So the most important thing when it comes to rice is making sure that you cool it as quickly as possible. Now, you want to make sure that ideally you're cooling it within an hour, but definitely no more than 2 hours. Now, the reason is even if you reheated rice, if it's been sat at room temperature for a long period of time, then the bacteria can multiply. But it's a different kind of bacteria. It's called Bacillus cereus, and it's actually a spore-forming bacteria that's not actually killed during the heating process. So if that rice is left at room temperature, that bacteria will then multiply but form toxins, and it's those toxins that will cause the food poisoning from rice, which won't be killed by further reheating.
People worry it's the reheating of rice, not actually the reheating, it's what happens to it before it's cooled.
Exactly, precisely. It's actually the time in between it being cooked and, you know, how you store it once it's been cooked that is the most important thing when it comes to rice, which is why I always talk about cooling rice quickly. And it's always an example that I use when I talk about, you know, cooling foods and how to cool foods quickly, because it is one of the most important foods that you need to cool always within 2 hours, but you want to make sure you've got a room of error. So you kind of want to say within an hour to have it cooled down.
So kind of eat your meal together, and then when you're clearing up from the table, get that rice sorted out as part of your clearing up. Don't be kind of doing everything else first and then coming back to it later.
Exactly. And, you know, if it's just rice on its own that you're looking to keep, say, for example, you've cooked a curry, you've got the rice and you've got the sauce separate. Rice is one of the easiest things to actually cool down in that sense, because you can just run it under cold water and it's cooled instantly.